In this reading, we're talking about someone from the past. We have the Ten of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups coming out here. And I feel like this person kind of made you feel like you were going to have a really happy life together, a really stable life together. And they showed up, they may have showed up as someone who seems to be this really kind connection, this really sweet connection. But this person actually, I can see here, did something really deceitful, and it was really impulsive of them to do this. The Seven of Swords, they could have lied, they could have stolen, they could have cheated something here, and it was for their gain, because I can see this person actually needed you in some way. They needed your status, or they needed your finances. This person is not who they presented themselves to be, and there was they wanted to collaborate with you for their stability, whether it be in a business you had, or finances you had, or honestly just in your emotional maturity and the way you move in the world. This person had something that's missing from them, and they felt like they could get that from you, whatever it is. Finances, like I said, it could be anything, even emotional stability. Right now I see this person kind of freaking out a little bit, because it's kind of like your focus is away from them. You may be investing to other things, giving to other things, building your life, working on your life, and you're no longer seeking them. Your gifts may be getting stronger, your intuition. There may be people helping you too to get away from this person, and they're really intimidated by that. They're also kind of freaking out about you actually moving on. I feel like they thought you never would be able to do that, or you never would do that. They felt like they had some sort of power and control over you. And the challenge of this situation is this person's really regretting the past. You may be regretting connecting with them as well. And the reason this person is regretting the past is because you're being represented as the High Priestess, and this is someone who can see right through bullshit without any problems. And you can see why this person invested in what they invested in. You can see, you can see this person very clearly. They may be sleeping a lot, grieving a lot, in a lot of fear right now because of their past actions. And what your guides want you to focus on actually is, I can see that you are a very patient and kind person, and you give people a lot of times, you give people the benefit of the doubt, and you will give them more grace than they deserve sometimes. But your guides are saying that even though you love this person, that doesn't mean that they're good for you, right? So if they're making you feel grief, if they're making you feel sorrow, if they're filling your life with anxiety and fear, this person is not for you. If they're making your body feel tense, and your back hurts, your shoulders hurt, and your heart hurts, your mind is so overwhelmed, and you can't remember things because you're so worried about what this person's going to do all the time or whatever. There's so many different ways this can manifest, but you can set boundaries and create distance between someone and you, even if you love them. And I know that can be difficult, but it's time to love yourself enough to do that. And in the recent past, we can see that it's interesting in this deck, the Seven of Wands, at the bottom it says defense. And I feel like you stood up for yourself, you spoke your truth, and there may have been a lot of people that had a problem with it. The Seven of Wands is like in the original tarot, it's a man standing alone and he's trying to battle off all these different attacks. But I can see that you stood up for yourself and you didn't allow people to control your tongue. You didn't allow them to silence what is real and what is true. And yeah, they may have had a problem with that, but it's kind of like you had to make the decision to speak the truth because you knew if you didn't, it would cause a lot more damage than the consequences of sharing what it is that you had to say. So good job, because I know how scary that can be. And your strength in this situation, I love this actually. It's the song Titanium by Sia. And the lyrics that my guides want me to share are, I'm bulletproof, nothing to lose, fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall, I am titanium. So it's almost like anything this person has to say about you, anything they want to project onto you in your life, it's not even going to hit because you know who you are. And this person is like, you know the light that you carry. This person may not realize how well you do know yourself and the light that you are and the trust you have in the divine, the faith you have in the light that's guiding you. They don't know how strong you are. They have no idea, but they're going to figure it out with the Page of Pentacles. They're going to figure it out in this experience with you. They're going to discover exactly how strong you are and the kind of faith you have and in yourself and in the divine light that guides you. And in the near future, this is crazy. So we have the Chariot card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Death card. And this person, I feel, is going to be very shocked that you move on from this connection. They're going to feel abandoned by you. They're going to, be really upset about that, especially when you manifest a really beautiful connection for yourself, a really happy life for yourself. With the Four of Wands here, you could even be getting married to someone or entering into a high-level commitment and just, having this new beginning. And your guides are saying in this, it's okay to have peace and happiness and joy even when someone else is upset. You don't have to stay in this low vibrational state with this person. This person created what it is that they have here by the way they treated you, and it's not your responsibility to stay sad because they're sad, because they have to sit in the energy they created. Like, that's not your responsibility. And the suggested approach for you is actually, stepping into that new life, stepping into new opportunities that are presented to you, and setting boundaries with anyone who has a problem with that. Not allowing people to rain on your parade, not allowing people to tell you what opportunities you can take and can't take, because no one is the ruler of your life. And actually what it is that you're not seeing is this person feels like they are the ruler of your life. The song we have coming out for this, What You Don't See, is One Little Soldier by Regina Spektor. And this is all about someone believing that they are in charge of everything and everyone else just needs to obey. This person presents themselves as the King of Cups, very loving and kind, but they're actually the King of Wands, very they can be very low vibrational and very cruel and very aggressive. And it's because they feel like they have the right to boss people around. They have the right. They feel like ownership of you. And that's why they're going to have such a hard time about you stepping into a new connection and being happy in it. And we can see that you're hoping to just honestly walk away from this person, create distance, and be able to start building and working on the life that you've always wanted and embrace unconditional love and have this beautiful love in your life. I do feel that you fear this person being angry at you for doing that. And although I do see a lot of messages about new love coming in, the potential for a really happy connection, I am seeing that you're hurt because of the trauma this person has put you through. I do see you closing your heart a little bit, protecting your heart. And I would say around this person, that would be necessary to protect your heart, and do not open it toward them. They say I was currently in a women's shelter. I was recently in a women's shelter, and they were saying that emotions, compassion, empathy are your worst enemies when you're trying to break away from an abuser, from someone who doesn't give a damn about you. And I do feel like, yeah, putting your heart in a cage, of course we don't want to do that, but when it comes to this person, it may be necessary to protect your energy and your heart, to really set strong boundaries and create distance between you and this person, and then open your heart again when the time is right, when the right person comes along. So it's okay that you're in this energy. I'm seeing it's okay, but don't stay here for too long in this hopeless and sad space, because like I'm saying, I see a beautiful love having the potential to come through twice in this reading. There is a potential love for you, and you are very deserving of that. So don't give up on love just because you are dealing with a douche canoe. Okay, there's beautiful love available for you. And yeah, protect your heart, but don't hide it away. So that is the message for you today. I hope this was helpful. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out my Etsy shop. There's a lot of different options there. If you don't see any reading that you're interested in and you have a more specific reading, I love when my clients have specific questions, because then we can get specific answers. It's really fun. I recently did a reading for a friend, and she wanted me to describe who was coming into her life, and we were able to get it like right on point. So it was really exciting. So I would love to read for you, and I always enjoy doing these messages because they help me too. So thanks for being here. Thanks for being a part of my world and being on this healing journey with me.